Hello, 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 all of my goblin farmer friends. Barnacle back again with another episode on farming on the Emerald Coast by CCS 101. This is episode 2 of A New Start. All right, let's see. What did we finish? We were doing some contracts last time in episode 1. They were fertilizing contracts. So we have one. I picked up a couple others off camera. So I think I have 3 or 4 to turn in. And we have our herbicide spraying contract, and we might actually pick up the last fertilizing contract that's on there since it's 1 o'clock ish. Excuse me, in game. Sorry, man. So let's get in and see where we are. And also, I've kind of finished up laying out the contractor yard. I did it a little bit differently than last time, and then I laid out the like silage yard, hay yard, or whatever you want to call it, grass yard. No equipment, just buildings and silos and stuff like that. All right, so let's go look at that. But before we do that, we always must do this. All right, so here's our contract yard. So same area. Come in pretty much where we came in before, but instead of having like a whatever kind of a curved shape with all of the barns together, the sheds together, I just sort of put them this way and made the road, the somewhat road, go around the back. So we have this, still have this silo, which I can pretty much purchase everything in the game from here. It's not free, but it is like a 10% discount compared to the other shops. So it's just convenient for, especially for content creation. So the road goes around, and then we can go up to our grass field to the left and our hay yard. And then again, I put this shed sideways here instead of straight across. And then I took out all the trees. And then over here we have a sprayer, so we can add some stuff in here if we need to. Some storage. The gas tank is down there. I'm still using this silo as our deposit silo, like anything that we need, that we get extra from contracts or anything, we can deposit in here now for storage. And then there's nothing in there now. Obviously, it's empty, right? We haven't got anything extra. Have a diesel tank, and I don't have... Last time I had liquid fertilizer herbicide tank, but I realized that this multi-fruit silo actually also does liquids, so there's that. We have... This is the leftover fertilizer that I had in the tank. I want to go over and do the herbicide contract first. And then in here's our workshop with our truck that for some reason has more black, more patina than it did before. So I'm not really sure why. I don't feel like we drove it at all, just down the road. So it's getting old. We may need to buy a new truck. All right, so yeah, let's see where we are for contract wise. So what happened to the other contract? Oh well, so we have these ones to turn in. We got to do the spraying one, so we'll do that next. One of these, we have to keep this one. So we'll turn in this one, this one, this one. We'll keep that one because we're actually borrowing the equipment. And then we'll go spray this one. I did download field calculator so we can get an idea how much we need. It says 2,500 liters. So let's use this as a... See how accurate this is. So I'll take 3,000 liters with us just to be safe. This says 2,500. Let's see what field calculator says for field 31. Field 31 says liquid fertilizer $15.99. Oh no. We're doing herbicide. So $21.59.12. $21.59, and this one said $25.05. So we'll take 3,000 with us and see who is more accurate. Okay, so let's load her up. I think we can get enough in the front tank. Herbicide. Oh, well, we got 5,000. Man, that loaded fast. And then where is field 31? Because I don't even know. I didn't know. 32. It's over here somewhere, right? 31 right here. So we could come down to the plant here and then turn left. Probably best way. And then we'll be able to pick up that contract. So not the first road, but the second road. And let's do this thing. So we could come out this way. Maybe not the most ideal. Oh. Well, I think she needs a bath. Put on the directional. Oh, what happened? Oh, I put on... Is the turn signal's not working? That's weird. Oh, I think that was lights. Turn signal's down here? Oh, yeah. Alright, there we go. Hazards? Yeah. Alright, we're better now. Let's get rid of F1. I really kind of need to change that. The way my keyboard's set up, I have to push the function key and then number 1. Which creates a problem since they're on completely opposite sides of the keyboard and my fingers are not that wide. Alright, so I'm pretty excited. This time, I feel like everything seems to be working out better than it did last time. Wait, again, like I mentioned this before, but I think we have a better feel for how the map is laid out and how it's working now, with a little bit of experimentation. Also, my computer has been acting up a lot, and it's been having a lot of issues with this game, with this map. Well, not the game so much, but with this map, definitely. You can see off to the left all the flashing going on over there, and I think that might have to do with my setup. So this whole thing is pretty old. I mean, in the whole scheme of things for computers, right? Has a 6700K, an i7 6700K. Which is from 2017, right? So it's basically 5-ish, almost 6 years old. Somewhere around 6 years old. So, and it has gone through some graphics cards iterations. So it started with a 970. Then I upgraded to a 1060. Then I upgraded to a 2070 Super. So it hasn't had a graphics card upgrade in a while because the motherboard and the processor can't really handle another graphics card upgrade. So because of that, I have ordered all the parts needed to create a new system. So my wife might not be quite happy about it, but that's okay. So we are going to be creating a new future-proof-ish computer. So that'll be fun, and I think I'm going to create a video on building it. I mean, I'm building it myself. So I ordered. What did I order? So I ordered a i9 13700K. So I've always had Intel. I was considering going with the 7950X3D, but the reason, which would be better, it's faster, right? It's better for gaming. However, I do a lot of production, right? So I do a lot of Premiere Pro, which is super intensive for the system, right? And then things like that, right? So, and for work, right? So for work, I think I need the Intel chip for that reason, which obviously it's no slouch, right? But if you wanted the fastest of the fastest for gaming right now, it's the 7950X3D, right? The AMD. So I went with Intel. So i9 13900K. I think I got the KF, right? So the only difference is between the K and the KF is that the KF has no integrated graphics, right? Like, why would you need that in the first place? So there's that. And let me get way over here. Oh yeah, it's working so much better. So again, I think last time it definitely had to do with the fact that I don't think we did fertilizing or weeding or anything on those. I think I just fast forwarded to the next month or something, and I think that affected the contracts, or like the yields from the contracts. So I think that was a problem. So I think if we work on these fields and we do fertilizing and weeding, if we do all those contracts, I think our harvesting contract yields are going to be higher, which will then give us leftovers. And so we can actually make some money and then also get extra equipment. I don't understand why this is like... Always, to me, it feel like whatever I'm driving, it drifts to the right. It's like it pulls to the right. I feel like I'm trying to stay in this groove between the bushes, but it doesn't seem to be working that way. So anyway, back to the computer setup. I got an i9 13900KF. To go with that, I got an Asus ROG Z790 Strix E gaming motherboard. See, like, you just see how far over I am. Like, I'm sure I'm in the same line, but it's like now I'm like over one whole... Either the field is crooked or these lines are not going straight. I don't know what's going on, but... So yeah, so I got the big motherboard, the big gaming motherboard. Whatever, the 690 would be cheaper, but again, I got the 790 because, well, I guess if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it, right? So I added that in there. I'm going with 64 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance RGB. This is actually going to be an RGB computer because I've never actually had an RGB computer, and I know RGB will make some people want to throw up because they can't stand RGB. It's just a little overdone, but I've never had one, so I want one. And I'm kind of trying to go with a sort of black and white theme, right? So some components are black, and some like the case is white, and the fans will be white, and the RGB might be whitish or something. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I got the big Asus Strix Gaming Extreme whatever motherboard. The 64 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance RAM, DDR5 6400, I think it is. 6200, 6400, something, I don't know. And yeah, what was I going to say about that? Oh, so the 64 gigabytes of RAM, completely overkill for gaming, right? However, because of all the production that I'm doing and the fact that I game and stream and make videos or whatever at the same time, or I'll be uploading a video or rendering a video at the same time I'm playing a game and streaming. So there is that. So I've always had 32 gigs. It's never really been a problem, but I want to try 64 out and see how it goes. So these people I work with are a bunch of idiots. God, they can't do their jobs. I don't understand. All right. So, yeah, there's that. So that'll be interesting. That should be fun to find out how that works. This, does it feel like, well, the weeds are going away, but have you seen a thing that said it updated the contract? Or how much percentage we've done? Oh, yeah, it's gone. Okay, good. So yeah, so hopefully that will kind of help with productivity as well as, you know, like for rendering the videos and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll be able to bring better content for you guys. We'll see how it goes, but for storage, I bought, because a lot of stuff is like super on sale lately. The SSDs, the M.2 SSDs have come way down. So the motherboard is obviously a PCI 5, right? ATX 3.0 PCI 5 motherboard. So it has also M.2 Gen 5 slot in it. And the graphics card slot is PCI 5, right? PCIe 5, whatever it is. So it has that sort of future-proofing kind of features, right? Not as much as the AMD. If you were really on the fence between Intel or AMD, and if you're just a gamer and you don't really, and you do like light productivity or something like that, you're not really necessarily a content creator, I would 100% go with AMD. Their new AM5 chipset is supposed to last for a while. So that means, right, we're in the 7,000 AMD cards. See, like, I feel like I got to drive diagonally or something. We're in the 7,000 series AMD cards, but the AM5 chip will be... did I say AMD cards? I mean AMD processors, right? So, you know, with that, because they're not going to be changing that chipset, you'll be able to switch up to the 8,000 series, 9,000 series. So you'll be able to change your processor easier than me with Intel, right? So it typically will require getting a whole new motherboard with a new chipset. So we got that. So for the SSDs, I got two, not PCIe 5, or not Gen 5, but still Gen 4. I got two Gen 4 because I don't think Gen 5 is good yet with M.2s. So I got two Gen 4 Samsung 980 Pro, 2 terabytes each, M.2s, right? No heat sink on them because there's heat sink on the board. I will probably, in this computer, it actually has a 1 terabyte Samsung 970 Evo or something like that, so I'll probably end up putting that in there as well. just as another terabyte of storage, a third drive or whatever. But I will not be using the Gen 5 slot, even though it's backwards compatible. I'm going to just save that slot to see what happens in the future for Gen 5. And see how that, how that works out, right? So, 2980 Samsung Pro SSD M.2s. Excuse me. That's all going to go in a Corsair. I don't remember the model numbers, 4000D or something, I think, case. That comes standard with 3 IQ AF120 fans in the front. And then just, I think, a random... it's not an IQ RGB fan that's in the back, right? But so it has 3 AF 120s, which are, I guess my understanding, are pretty good fans that are in the system for Corsair IQs. So to complement that, I bought an additional 120 AF 120 IQ fan for the rear for exhaust. All of these obviously RGB, in case you didn't know that, but and then to go with that, with this case and with the fan in the back, I'm going with an all-in-one cooler because I'm still not hip to the whole liquid cooling thing. Like, I have to figure out how to bend my own tubes and do all that. So for me right now, I'm not really ready for all of that. But so I have an NZXT cooler in the computer that I have now, all-in-one cooler, and it's been in there for, like I said, 6 or 7 years. I've never had a problem with it. So never had a problem with the 6700K chip either. That thing is great. I mean, if I wasn't doing this, I really wouldn't need to change it, right? It does fine for work, but I can't really do both things at the same time with the newer games that are out. Like, give me some Diablo. So that case is pretty nice. I was going to go with the NZXT H7 Float. And then I was really thinking about the height Y60 or Y4, either one, or the Y40s, but the only reason I didn't end up getting them, well, plus the fact that they're almost $100 more, but or whatever, $70 more, something like that, is that I couldn't get one by this weekend. So I wanted to get all the products in for the weekend so I could actually build the whole thing on Saturday. Today is Wednesday, June 14th. So yeah, so that'll go in there. The AIO is also Corsair IQ. It's a 24 millimeter instead of a 360. And it's the Capella, I don't know what it is, XR or XT or something like that. I was gonna go with the one that's upgraded from that, which is the one that has, I think it's the Elite or something, that has the temperature gauge on the pump, but I couldn't get that in a 240 in white, and I wanted it in white, so I went with the Capella. Both, in my understanding, both of them are great coolers. And the big thing that I liked about that one or the other one is the fact that it comes with the hub for all of the fans. So it's a 6-fan hub. So I have the 3 AF 120s in the front, the one in the back, and then the 2 on the 240s, right? So 2 more 120s. So a total of 6 120 millimeter RGB fans. So the 6 fans will go into the header, and the 6 RGB plugs will go into the header. And then everything can be controlled by the IQ software. So that's a bonus. And the Corsair Vengeance RGB as well. So that was, hopefully all of that will talk together. You know, with the Asus motherboard, right? The ROG motherboard. So that's all cool, right? So that's why I wanted that. So it should help a little bit with cable management, so we don't have to plug as many fans into the board, right? Into the motherboard. So we can just get away with one plug, hopefully. I think it has one SATA plug and then one, maybe one fan header plug. I'm not sure. So we'll find out when we have to go to building it. And what else? Oh, and then of course, last but certainly not least, the GPU. And I decided, and obviously I told you in the past, right? So I had a 970, right? Then I had a 1060, so I never got a 1080 Ti. And then I had a 2070 Super, so again, not a 2080 or a 2090 or a 2080 Ti or a Titan or any of that stuff, right? So, and this is 2 generations ago, right? So it's a 2000 series, and we're in the 4000 series. So I decided, with the fact that everything has been coming down GPU-wise, to go all out and buy the 4090. So I got an MSI 4090. So that should be extremely cool to run. Look at these weeds way over here, man. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because we're going to complete it anyway, so it's not really a problem. So yeah, the 4090, I can't wait, right? So I picked that up from Sam's, from Best Buy. I got the 4090 from Best Buy for $16.50. Excuse me. Could I have bought a used one? Yeah, sure, probably. But I want everything to be shiny and new. So that means... Oh, and to power the whole system, I got the fully modular MSI. A1000 something, so 1000 watt PSU, right? Power supply. So fully modular with it says it has the 600 watt cable for the graphics card in it. So hopefully it's the newer one, right? So I think it's a 2022 model or something like that. So it's supposed to be updated for ATX 3.0 and PCIe 5. According to the description, it is coming from Best Buy, and I tried to order a lot of the parts. So the motherboard, the processor, the graphics card, the PSU, and the 2 SSDs, and the RAM, I think, are all coming from Best Buy. So I went back and forth between Best Buy and Amazon, and the prices are identical, right? I mean, to the penny, right? Identical. So the reason I ordered all of those parts from Best Buy, which are taking a few extra days, like 1 or 2 extra days to get here, won't be here till Saturday, is because I'm a Total Tech member, right, at Best Buy. So I'm already paying for that. So that covers the warranty for all of those expensive electronic-y kind of parts, right? So if I order from Amazon, I have to pay extra for each individual part, right? And I think Amazon now, I look like when I was going back and forth, that they now have some type of pay monthly insurance system, like Best Buy does with Total Tech. I mean, you pay yearly, but it's the same idea, right? But could you imagine how much it would have cost me individually, even at Best Buy, to get insurance on each one of those things each one of those products. I mean, the graphics card alone would have been $200, and I think I pay what 250 or 280 or something like that a year for Best Buy total membership. And so, which I believe is probably why Best Buy actually thought about doing this, is that I pretty much buy everything at Best Buy. So we recently bought a washer dryer and a brand new French door uh, appliance, right? A refrigerator. So we got a refrigerator and the washer and dryer. So we got both of those at Best Buy because of the warranty, right? So I don't really have to worry about anything. Not so great with Apple products, but with anything else, it's good. Apple products, because you still have Apple Care or whatever it's called, everything still has to be sent out for Apple to approve and research and all that stuff. So, um, 90% completed. So there's that, right? So, but for everything else, and I've heard people like literally, they're like, "Oh, it's almost my 2-year warranty is almost up. Let me destroy my Elite controller for my Xbox, and then just literally walk in and walk out with a brand new one." Right? So then you basically used one for 2 years, and then you just kind of smash it or whatever, break it, have your dog eat it, and then turn it in, and then get a new one. So, hey, whatever works for you. If you're a hardcore console gamer using your controller all the time, it's probably not necessarily a bad thing to do. I don't think that was the idea of what the system is for, but that's what works. So, yeah, so there's that. So it should be fun little build. I also bought, and will probably not be of interest to any of you, but I also purchased a Mediasonic hard drive bay enclosure that holds 4 hard drive bays, right? So I was going to buy a Synology NAS, but I don't really need a NAS per se, right? Like, I'm not using a media server in my house, and I don't really have other heavy computer users in the house. It's mostly just me in my office that does everything, that does all of this stuff, right? So, so instead of buying the Synology NAS, and I was purchasing that, and then I just came across a video of somebody talking about their NAS system, and then how they switched back to Mediasonic hard drive enclosure. So of course they are running 164 gigabyte NAS, right? So now they're down to I don't know, 48 gigabyte hard drive enclosure or something like that, or 64. Oh no, 64, just under 64 gigabytes of hard drive space, usable hard drive space. Really, it's 128 or something like that, or 120, because it's kind of in a RAID 1 backup system, right? So you're covering your drive. So with a USB connection, you can't actually do RAID in Windows 11. The Mediasonic comes with an eSATA and also USB 3.0, but obviously most people are going to hook it up USB 3.0, and so you have to use Windows storage systems, but you can basically recreate a RAID type situation with the hard drive enclosure. So it's a 4-bay hard drive enclosure. Originally I was going to get 6 gigabyte. Did it say we completed this field? I must have missed it because I was talking. Oh yeah, it did. Oh, so I wasted some stuff, but B V Z. Oh, not ZX. Sorry. Um. So we had 5,000. So we ended up only using 1,700, right? 1,750. We really didn't even need to use 1,750. So that's good. And also because I think field calculator and also the contract system is not doesn't represent what precision farming does, right? Where you're basically just weeding and fertilizing where it needs to be done, right? So, especially with weeding, I mean, fertilizing you have to do the whole field, but weeding you just do the weeds, right? So anyway, that is that. I think that'll be fun. Oh, what was I talking about? So the Mediasonic hard drive enclosure. I ended up purchasing two 12 gigabyte instead of four 6 gigabyte. I purchased two 12 gigabyte Seagate Iron Wolf drives, I think. So basically still 12 gigabytes of usable storage, right? So the other 12 will be file backups. So I will be able to start storing my videos and stuff or whatever onto that drive. So in case I want to take clips and stuff like that, I'll be able to put all that stuff in there. Plus photos and images and logos and things like that. And then when that becomes a problem, I can add two more 12 gigabyte hard drives in there. So I'll have 24 gigabytes of usable storage instead of buying the 6s, right? So the 6s were 130, I think. 130 or 140. I think they were 139.99 or something. So 140 a piece. I got the same 12s for 189, so 190 a piece. So only for like whatever that is, $50 more. 50, 67, 80. Yeah, right? $50 more each. So $100 more for two of them. I was able to double my storage space. So that was a good deal. I got those on Amazon. I got the Mediasonic thing on Amazon. And the Mediasonic one is also upgraded. It's a newer that one's definitely is the 2022 model. So works with Windows 11 and it does all of that stuff. What else? So that'll be good, right? For all the backup and stuff. So I can't wait. Oh, and of course the 4090 graphics card. Any of the 4000 series, so it didn't have to be a 4090. You could have got a 4070 or whatever. But it comes with a free copy of Diablo. So I was just about to purchase Diablo. So now that it's coming with a free copy of Diablo, I can just do that. And because it's Bethesda, I can actually upgrade, right? So if I get the free if it's just the regular standard edition, right? If I want the Ultimate Edition, I now only have to pay the extra cost to upgrade to Deluxe or upgrade to Ultimate Edition, right? If I want to do that. So now instead of spending $100, I'll spend whatever it costs to upgrade. So I think it's usually like $20 for each level, so it'll be like $40. So for $40, I can get the Ultimate Edition of Diablo if I choose to. And then I'm not really sure why I drove this back. Oh, because I think I want to unload the... I think I'll put them over here. I want to unload... And I don't know what the keybind is for that. Unload sprayer X. And see... No, not unfold. Ding dong. Unload. Oh, I need to go to the front. I think it's in the front tank. Unfold, unload I, yeah. So put the herbicide there. Front tank is empty. Back tank is empty. So we're good. And I think we're good. So we are going to turn in this contract. collect. And before, let's see what kind of new contracts we can get. Can I get any new ones? Oh, another fertilizing contract. That's all you're going to give me? So, do I want to do this? It'd be fun to do it with slurry, though. I think I will. Wait, didn't I just do? Oh, I did field 31 with. I just did field 31 with herbicide, right? Oh, definitely. We need to help Gianna out. We'll take her contract, and then we will go back here. Go over here. Refill. How much do we have left? 2,000, 2,400. That's probably enough, right? Function F1. Let's go look in here. Fertilizing on field 31. Liquid fertilizer, field 31. 1,500. I don't really know what's going on here. This one must be solid. Do you think that's solid? No, it says liquid fertilizer. This one, oh, this is liters, not liquid. Oh, yeah. So this is solid fertilizer. This is liquid fertilizer. So 2,200. So, yeah, we have more than enough. We have 2,400. So, I will continue driving back there. And what else can we talk about? I've been talking for 42 minutes. Oh my god, you guys are going to hate this video. It's like, oh, all he did is talk the whole time. So, I will actually go here, and then I will come back when I start fertilizing. So hold on a second. All right. A little bit of a problem here. I apparently didn't turn up the time last time, so instead of 3, let's turn it up to 6. And let's fertilize this field. V. All right. So what else should we talk about? Let's see. Oh, I didn't realize. Again, today is Wednesday, June 14th. I didn't realize that the Hay and Forge pack actually was released. I mean, I saw the previews and everything, but I didn't know it was actually released today. So that's interesting. Any of you guys planning on using it? It does look like a bunch of small machinery, so it would probably be good for those whatever European farms or whatever, those some of the smaller farms. I don't feel like I would have much of a use for it definitely not on this map or on Carpathian countryside or even any of the maps that I normally play, right? I don't see that it would be useful to me. Now the stuff looks cool, and of course I love all of Farmer Klein's videos, so those are pretty interesting. Work email. Now I'm all over the field because I I was looking at my email instead of trying to drive straight. So yeah, Hay and Forge pack. So that's pretty interesting. I'm more excited to find out what pack number 3 is going to be. Pack number 3 is a surprise. It's just a box. You don't know what it's going to be. And I'm also kind of excited to find out what the final map is going to be. So that'd be pretty interesting. I feel like everything that we've gotten so far has been sort of small, like maybe Eastern European or European type equipment. So I expect it'll stay along those lines, right? Would be my guess. I still think Pack 4, I think Pack 4 is, or I'm hoping anyway, is compost. I think it's going to be compost. So that would be super cool if we added that in. We got all of the tree forest type stuff with Silver Run and Platinum Edition. So it shouldn't be anything like that. I think it's a little bit more like Alpine Pack or something. Wasn't it Alpine Pack last time? So that could be a thing. So we'll see what happens. It will all be exciting. I mean, I think everything is exciting even if I don't use it. I mean, sure, it doesn't pertain to me per se, but I mean, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that will use it. I mean, there's people that use Farm Sim for all kinds of different things, right? I mean, there's people that use Farm Sim just for forestry. And before there was really a lot of forestry stuff, they had to make use of mods and all that kind of stuff to do their role plays, right? And then there's people that do like sort of mining type stuff. Like what? Like FS Miner, right? Like, so that's kind of cool. You could do those kind of things, right? And then you can be just a regular farmer. You could be you could specifically deal with animals if you just want to do animal husbandry. So like you could have horses, let's say, and just have one grass field and one oat field, and you would be good to go. Or you could do sheep and just have a grass field. You could do pigs and just grow whatever pigs need, or you could do cows and just grow whatever cows need, without really having an arable farm per se, you know, other than whatever's needed for those particular animals, right? Or you could do like me and this time, which I've never done it before, and just be a contractor and say, oh, we're going to build a contracting business and just do that. So yeah, pretty much something for everybody. And, you know, with the addition of mod maps, thank God for the mod community. You guys rock. There's, you know, any kind of map you possibly could want to play on, you could do it. You could have a survival series. You could have a, you know, multi-billion-dollar farm series. You could do anything in between. You can basically do Farm Sim 22 lawnmowing simulator. I mean, you could just be a grass guy. Just do that. What's not to like about this game, really? Maybe if you're on console, you don't necessarily get all the mods, right, that PC players do. But is it really that big of a thing? Because, you know, you just play with the mods that you can use. It's better than, better than no mods at all. I mean, you know, I'm doing a Xbox Series X series. I'm doing a PS5 series on Farm Sim. My PS5 series is no mods. My Xbox Series X series is Series X series, huh? Okay, is only Giants mods, right? So, not even playing with the full extent of the mod hub on either of those two consoles. So, can always do something. And then what about Farm Sim 23, the mobile edition, right? You could take your Farm Sim on the road with you. I mean, I've been trying to do a series on Farm Sim 23 and Nintendo Switch, but it doesn't really seem to be getting much traction, so probably really aren't planning on continuing that, but but it's good to be able to take Farm Sim with you on the go. Sitting at the doctor's office, or you're waiting for your significant other to finish shopping, or you're, doing whatever, trying to slack off at work. Whatever it is that you need to do, you could be doing it. All right, 40% complete. So, anyway, that's that. Farm Sim. Farm Sim 22, baby! And then we should hear a lot from... what is the convention thing called? FarmCon? Is it FarmCon? That's what, in a couple weeks? First week of July or something? So we should hear some stuff from all of the big-time YouTubers that will get all of the goodies, all the gossip from those guys while they're over there. And then when they come back, and whatever they're allowed to share or not allowed to share, or what they got a chance to play while they were there. What type of new equipment is becoming available? Brands. What type of brands? Like, what is a brand that you'd like to see more? I'd like to see more... Like, I know there's JCB in the game, but I'd like to see more JCB, right? I'd like to see Cat, right? Cat diesels. Like those big old Cat... that's kind of like when I was a kid. Everything was a Cat, right? Cat dump trucks and Cat bulldozers and whatever, backhoes and excavators, whatever those things are called. Also Bobcat, right? Bobcat would be a cool brand to see in the game. I mean, Bobcat is super popular here, right, in the United States. For small farms and small businesses and stuff, small contractors, things like that. Mulching under trees and clearing out a field and stuff like that. So Bobcat would be a cool brand. What other brands are cool? I mean, we just got Kubota. I'm super excited about that. A lot of these smaller lawn mowing brands that have gotten into tractors. I mean, some of those would be cool too. I like Big Boy Tractors. That's a brand here in the United States too. I don't know if it's just like regional or whatever, but... And they're smaller tractors, kind of like Kubota. Or some of the offshoot ones like they have at like Rural King or Tractor Supply or whatever, those kind of ones. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with all that. This game is just getting better and better every year. More and more things to do. I think they may not come out as often, right? So I think because of the whole COVID thing or whatever you want to call it, I think COVID is like a bad word now. I don't know, but I think that it may be 3 years between production. So the next farm sim, instead of being 24, might be 25. Push it out to 3 years. Milk it as long as they can. Just release some DLCs. So, don't know what their marketing plans are, but I would expect that they seen that it could basically work from 19 to 22. So, the only thing that kind of freaks me out a little is the fact that just had a big sneezing fit. You're used to mobile being the even years, right? And farm sim regular being the odd years. So now it's kind of like switched, right? So you got Farm Sim 23, which is the mobile version, and then you got Farm Sim 22 now on the even year. So it may be that they go back to that, and which was why they'll probably wait till 25, and which would mean the next mobile one would probably be 26 instead of 25, right? I think that would make a lot of sense. Give them a little more development time. I mean, I think it would be cool if they actually added in some of the things that people, like, I'm sure they watch a lot of different people's live streams or whatever, right? Or videos, and they're like, oh, that's an interesting thing that person is doing. Like, oh, some modder created a map that has mining on it, right? And they're using modded equipment or even in-game equipment to run a mining business. So how cool would it be for us to just actually create mining as part of the game, right? Man, I can't even imagine how they could do that. Like true mining, right? Like, oh, you could dig through this mountain or create a mine in the a ground, whatever, like a strip mine or a whatever you kind of fracking. Maybe we're gonna do some fracking. Some stuff like that. Maybe the engine gets an upgrade, right? All right, we're just about done here. A couple more strips, and we'll be done for today's episode. Excited to get the new computer built. Can't wait for all the parts to start coming in, starting tomorrow, like Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday I got to take a run down to Best Buy because they weren't about to ship me the graphics card. I have to go down and pick it up. So I just decided to pick up all the stuff down there. So yeah, I think I'm going to create a series of videos. I was just going to do a live stream, but my channel's obviously not really big enough to warrant doing a live stream, right? Like, people don't really watch my live streams. They watch them after the fact, but so I may just create a playlist and, with like maybe 10 episodes or something, and just record the actual building process, kind of a little bit like a how-to. Not that, hey, if you really want to watch how-to videos, go watch PC Centric or go... Well, PC Centric's not really a how-to channel. It's more like, this is what you can get to build an extreme gaming system or whatever, and this is how all the parts go together, but not really in depth, right? So, but like something like Paul's Hardware, maybe Linus Tech Tips. Well, back when Linus was really doing that kind of stuff. back in the beginning. I don't really know who all the big PC guys are anymore. But it's kind of fun. So I don't know if I should do like a in-depth video or just a short little 20-30 minute video on, and just cut out all the actual building parts and like, oh, this is how this goes in. Cut out everything else, and then, oh, this is how this goes in. So I think I might do a little bit of a how-to video, right? And just make it like 10 parts, like little 20-minute videos or something on how to build a PC. So down to 725 liters. We're just gonna have enough. We'll have like 500 liters left over, probably. So I think that might be interesting. And then I'm like, should I put it on my gaming channel or should I put it on my computer channel or my, you know, programming channel or whatever? What I do for a living. But it really is a gaming PC that I'm building. I mean, the main thing, right? Well, I don't know. It's 50-50 really, but better just use it a lot more to justify the expense. Be cranking videos out every single day now. 90% completed. But then now that, you know, I have a 3090 and a 13900K, now it's like, ooh, what game should I play? What game will really take advantage of that? I mean, it's kind of like already been done, but I mean, I'd like to play Hogwarts Legacy. I've never even played that, so that would be cool with the new graphics card and the processor to be able to really crank that out with some 120 FPS or something. Oh no, it's raining. You know what's another thing cool about? Like, I didn't know this. Oh, I just pushed V, but I didn't know that the windshield wipers actually come on when it's raining. I was like sitting here for 5 minutes one day. I'm like trying to, like, what button did I push to turn on the windshield wipers? I'm like, so embarrassing. How do you not know these things? You know what they could implement in the game when it rains? Wash my truck off. That would be good. You know, this map, Farming on the Emerald Coast, actually has a movable water table. So if it rains a lot of the areas will actually start to flood. Now, it doesn't damage your crops or anything like that, right? But, you know, you could be driving in mud and tearing up the fields and things like that. Oh, contract finished. So, really, we just had to get to the end. And 467 left. All right, so that was pretty cool. If you guys are interested in the PC build, leave a comment in the comment section below the video, and I'll try to see what the best way is to actually do that. I almost can't see through the windshield. I think it'll be fun. I mean, which it does mean that I'm going to be down for at least a full day of video creation, because I have to put everything together, you know, unbox everything. You know, that's another thing. Like, do you do the unboxing of everything on the channel? Do you do a separate unboxing for every piece of equipment? Maybe those are a separate series of videos. You know, so crazy, right? Like the potential that you could do with a PC build. Oh, who's I like Tech Tesseract or whatever. What's that guy's name? Brittany. Well, she's a woman, right? So Brittany, like Nene, something like that. And her boyfriend, fiance, husband. They got a great channel, right? They both had separate channels, and now they just both work on the same channel. I think he's English, maybe. But now he's over here in the United States with her. Or has been for a while, but... So, that's cool. I like their channel, so you can check out their channel if you're interested in PC builds. They do some great stuff. She has some great setup tours. Like, her setup was pretty awesome, and she was actually featured on the Setup Wars channel. Sorry, I can't remember that guy's name, but just search Setup Wars, and she won the award, I think, twice for the best setup. So, like 2 years in a row or something. So, she does some pretty amazing work. Who else was I thinking that does PC builds? I don't know. There's a lot of them out there. What I have to do one day is do a complete setup tour. Or whatever, my whole, like, room tour or whatever. Get that published someday with all of my equipment and everything. I do like PC-centric setup, though. The way he's doing his video builds. I'm more interested in the stuff that he does at the end, which is the performance stuff. And I've never actually done that, so I might look into doing that for this PC and see how it performs in a couple different games. But that just means I will be, you know, having to produce or having to buy some games. I mean, I have Cyberpunk, so that'll be good. I mean, I don't know what other games are. I mean, obviously we'll have Diablo. We could use that. I might purchase Hogwarts Legacy just for the heck of it. Again, because I also want to play it, so... Aye. Nope. Oh, I'm backing up. My foot's on the brake. Aye. There we go. Oh, I put it way in the front. Alright, so that is pretty much that for today. So I hope you guys are enjoying this new series, this new start on the Farming on the Emerald Coast by CCS 101. I love it. I hope you guys are loving it too. We're going to go ahead and collect this, get the equipment returned, and we're going to collect this. And we have no other contracts right now. And any sales stuff? Where's sales? Sales! Oh, no, we're not on the right. Let's see if there's anything for sale. Oh, I forgot. We purchased this. Oh, great. Now it's stuck here. Have to use some super strength and cheat it in. Anything on sale? Nothing yet. Just this disc harrow. I'm not really interested in using that. Yeah, we just have the sprayer. We have my pickup truck with a tipper, and that's all we own currently. And until we get some more contracts loaded in, there's nothing else for us to do right now. We can cut our grass, but new contracts. Nothing new. Probably have to wait till tomorrow. Oh, what day are we? Oh, we're still in August. So yeah, we should wait till September 1 and then kind of go with that. So yeah, I hope you guys are liking the series. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing if you deem that as a thing for you to do. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, make sure you push the dislike button 2 times because it really works better that way. So just press it twice and then you'll get that extra dislike power. Comment down in the comment section below the video. What do you want to see us do? What direction do you want us to go in this series? What do you want to see with the PC build? Does nobody even care? And I'll just put it together and we'll just play games. Yeah, let me know. All right, guys, I appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Take care.